So you want to get into fitness, but where do you even start? It can feel like a lot, right? Well, don't worry. In this explainer, we're going to cut through all that noise and give you a super simple plan you can literally start today.
Yeah, does this feel familiar? If it does, trust me, you are not alone. There's just this flood of information out there, right? Conflicting advice, scary-looking gyms, workouts that seem like they're for superheroes. It's enough to make you just want to stay on the couch. But here's a thought. What if the answer isn't some crazy, perfect, super intense plan?
Because here's the real secret. The thing nobody really talks about enough. The absolute best workout, it's not the hardest one. It's the one you actually do, consistently. It's all about building a habit that sticks around, not killing yourself in one workout and then doing nothing for a month. And that right there is what we're going to focus on.
All right, so what does a balanced and consistent routine even look like? Well, it's pretty simple actually. It's built on 4 main pillars. Think of them like the 4 legs of a sturdy table. You need all of them to build a really solid foundation for your fitness.
Okay, so here they are. First, you got your aerobic exercise, cardio. That's for your heart, your lungs, your endurance. Then there's strength training. That's what builds up your muscles and keeps your bones strong. Next up, flexibility and mobility, super important for just moving well and without pain. And finally, balance. And this isn't just for, not falling over. It actually helps your body know where it is in space, which is huge for coordination. A good plan's going to hit a little bit of all of these.
So let's grab a clear, simple goal for that cardio part. The CDC says aim for 150 minutes of moderate activity a week. Now, hang on, before you think, whoa, that's a lot. Moderate can just be a brisk walk, something that gets your heart rate up a little. And if you break it down, that's just over 20 minutes a day. Totally doable, right?
All right, enough with the theory. Let's get to the good stuff. Let's talk about that strength pillar. I'm going to walk you through a super simple 15-minute routine you can do, like right now, to start building that foundation. This is the how-to part.
And you know what the best part is? You don't need a gym membership. You don't need any fancy, expensive equipment. Nope. All you need is you. We're going to use what are called body weight exercises. Basically, your own body provides the resistance. They're free, you can do them anywhere, and they are so effective for building real-world strength.
Okay, exercise number 1, the body weight squat. This is like a fundamental move for your lower body. So you're going to stand with your feet about shoulder width apart. And as you go down, I want you to imagine you're about to sit in a chair that's just a little too far behind you. That'll help you sit back. Keep that chest up. Then, power back up by pushing through your heels. We're going to aim for 10 nice, slow, controlled reps.
Next up, let's work that upper body with some modified push-ups. And hey, starting on your knees is an amazing way to build strength safely. There's no shame in it. The big thing to focus on here is keeping a straight line all the way from your head down to your knees. Don't let your hips sag. This is how you'll build the strength to do a full push-up down the line. Let's go for 8 of these.
All right, now for something that looks simple but is surprisingly powerful, standing calf raises. These are amazing for your calves, obviously, but also for making your ankles more stable. Just slowly lift your heels up, go onto your tiptoes, hold it for just a second, and then slowly control it on the way back down. No bouncing. Let's do 12.
See? You can even get a workout in while sitting in a chair. We're going to do seated leg lifts. These are fantastic for your quads, those big muscles on the front of your thighs, and you'll feel them in your lower abs too. The key is to sit up nice and tall, and then do 10 smooth, controlled lifts on each leg. Try to pause for just a beat at the very top.
Okay, you ready for a little challenge? Let's do a wall sit. This one's great because the wall basically forces you into good form, so you can really focus on building that endurance in your quads. Just slide your back down the wall until your thighs are parallel to the floor, like you're sitting in an invisible chair. And then you just hold it. Let's start with 20 seconds. Oh yeah, you're going to feel the burn on this one.
And to finish things off, we're going to hit the core with some seated torso twists. Again, in a sturdy chair, sit up straight, cross your arms, and really tighten your abs. Then, just twist from your torso, side to side, trying to keep your hips still. This is awesome for your core and for keeping your spine mobile. Let's shoot for 10 twists to each side. And that's it. You just did a full body circuit. How easy was that?
So now you've got the how, you have the workout. But for this to really truly stick, you have to understand the why. Why is doing a simple little routine like this, but doing it regularly, so much better than going all out at the gym maybe once a month?
Well, it really comes down to psychology. Think about it. When you do something over and over, it becomes a habit. It just becomes automatic, right? Like brushing your teeth.
You don't have to get motivated to brush your teeth. You just do it. Motivation comes and goes, but habits are what get you results in the long run.
And it's not just a nice idea. The science totally backs this up. Going super hard every once in a while, that's a recipe for injury and burnout. But these moderate, consistent workouts, they let your body adapt and get stronger safely. And get this, one study actually found that doing a small amount of activity every day was more effective for building muscle than one giant, intense workout a week. How crazy is that?
And that's really why this all matters so much. Strength training isn't about looking like a bodybuilder, unless that's your goal. For most of us, it's about building strength for real life. It's about being able to carry all the groceries in one trip, or play with your kids without getting tired, or just staying independent and strong as you get older. That's what a good, balanced program gives you. Okay, so we've covered the how. That's the workout. And we've covered the why. That's consistency. So let's wrap this up with a few killer tips to make sure this new habit actually becomes a part of your life, for good.
All right, let's run through them. First, and this is a big one, start slow. That whole no pain, no gain idea, forget it. That just leads to getting hurt and quitting. Second, put it in your calendar. Seriously, treat it like a meeting you can't miss. Third, listen to your body. Rest is not lazy. It's when you actually get stronger. And finally, find someone or something to keep you accountable. A friend, a partner, or even an exercise journal where you can see your progress. It makes a huge difference.
So there you have it. We've hopefully stripped away all the complicated stuff and given you a simple foundation, a workout you can do right now, and the right mindset to make it all work. Really, there's only one thing left to do, and that's to start. So I'll leave you with this question. What are your first 15 minutes going to look like?